What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. So, Nana here. Hope y'all doing good. I know y'all been waiting for the part two of the video I did about the designated learning institutions and the PGWP eligible schools in Canada. So the part two is going to focus on some of the cheapest schools in New Brunswick. So these are colleges, universities, and I'm looking at New Brunswick just because I'm currently living in New Brunswick. I will do maybe one or two other schools because I'm going to show you first how to find that website where I pulled up the DLIs and the PGWP eligible schools. It's the Canada .ca official website. So if you don't know the website, that's fine. I'm going to show you all the process. So first thing is to just type in designated learning institutions in Canada, right? Oh, my internet is bust. Hold on. All right. Okay, so designated learning institutions list is the first one or the second one. It's the same. Don't be looking at these other ones. One, two, three. They don't matter. They are all taking their information from this source. So click on it. It pulls up. This is the official Government of Canada website, and it has the designated learning institutions list. You see what I'm saying? And it also has the post graduation work permit. So all the information you need is here. So you can either click on this or this if you need to know if your DLI has a COVID-19 readiness plan. Check here. DLI in a province or territory that accepts international students. Check here. Or view list by province or territory. So I'm just going to go ahead and do New Brunswick, but show you what's in the other pages. So it's pretty much the same. It brings you to the same, but this is different. So this shows you the schools, the DLIs that have the COVID-19 readiness plan, which was very important. The time that we were coming into Canada, we had to make sure that our school had the COVID-19 readiness plan. So this is how we were able to check. So you can check all of that here. It's all on the same website. This one website has a lot of information, trust me. And yeah, everything you need here. But let's go back to the topic at hand today. So we in New Brunswick, and you can just filter or do like sort it out by those that do not offer PGWP and those that do. And you can also do the campuses in descending order. This is in yeah, ascending order, descending order, however you want to do it. You can just play around a lot, but I want the names to start from from C all the way down to whatever is the last one. And this is how you can check if your school you are coming to in New Brunswick is a designated learning institution and also offers PGWP eligible programs. These are crucial for you. You don't want to come in as an international student, pay all that money, and realize that you have to now go and do another 2 years or another 1 year top up to be able to get your PGWP. It's a lot of money, right? So you can check all this information. This is legit information, right? Okay, so I have a list of schools I already put together that I want to check. So what I want to do is that I want to check on these schools and see, how can you navigate the school website and what exactly should you be looking for as an international student or as an expat or a foreigner coming into New Brunswick, or in general use these tips for other schools or other province schools website. It's the same, cuts across. But the most important thing is that you shouldn't be searching everything and everywhere on the website because it might not even apply to you. You need to be specific and be intentional about what you're looking for. So the first school that I'm gonna navigate through and show you how to do is Mbcc. You guessed right. Yeah, that's because I'm currently in Mbcc, and um, I know the website kind of okay, not so bad, so can do it pretty easy, and I can answer most questions about MBCC, but nothing about immigration because I am not a licensed immigration consultant. It's illegal for me to answer directly any immigration questions, but I will show you where you can find who can answer these questions on the same website. Alright, so when you come to this website, this is the official website. Make sure that it's a HTTPS, it's protected website, and you're here, you're looking at the courses. You want to find out what courses or what programs are applicable to you as an international student, how much is the application fee, school fees, and then what are the requirements for you based on your country or based on your current uh, residence. So we can just start off with going to, I personally think that you should not come here, or unless you know what you're looking for, don't come to programs and courses. Just first go to admissions and finance, and you'll see why. So go to admissions and finances, go to international applicants, and you can do like programs open for application or how to apply. Let's just go with the programs open for application for the start, right? And this was updated just a couple of days ago, so it says it's updated regularly depending on the volume. You might be waitlisted, and this is facts. This school has one of the like most competitive rate I've ever seen. You need to apply months ahead, especially as an international student. So for you to be able to get like the highly competitive courses or programs like business analysis, cybersecurity, and then networking administration, IBS, and all that kind of stuff. So just to let you all know, but these are the current programs still open that you can apply for. It shows you the campus or the mode of study, and then the intake. So you can see all this information. Just need some water. And you see, spring 2023 is already open. So what I tell you is really competitive. So make sure that if you have a specific program in mind, start checking at least a year or a year and a half ahead. If you've got questions, you can ask them. So they conveniently put this contact information right beside this place, and you can put in all your information, ask them questions. We have used this a couple times, I think twice, and they did get back to us in record time. I'm not saying they're gonna get back to you in the same day, probably like 2 3 days later, but it's better than no reply, you feel me? So take this into consideration. And let's say we want to go back and we want to see how to apply. This is also really important for you as an international applicants. So they bring you back to this place. So they're saying check the seats available before applying. So it's bringing you back here for you to see what is available. Review the admission requirements for your desired program, also really important. So you see why you shouldn't just be going everywhere, because you end up still coming back to this place but spending way too much time than necessary for me. So let's just do like one generic one. Let's just choose one random one that most students usually come and do. Let's say network administration. So you click on it, and then you see the start dates, you see the tuition and fees, the program overview. This you can even watch how the program looks like, duration, requirements, career possibilities. So here, as an international student, you need to check what this is. You see, it's a lot of information, so you need to take your time and you need to be intentional about what you're looking for. Let's see if we can find. So this is showing you the courses you'll be doing under this specific program. It's also very important. It gives you an overview of the course, and then it lets you know which ones you need to pass to be able to proceed to the next course. So, and then you have some articulation agreements, meaning that if you have a 2 year, you've graduated from a 2 year diploma program with a 70% or greater GPA, then you can have 2 years full credit to be able to go for to enter in the third year of the 4 year Bachelor of Applied Management. So this is really cool as well. So you can also check all these things. And let's see if we can figure out the price. So the tuition for, let's say, St. John, January 2023. Right. So do not go and check domestic tuition cost and say, oh, it's really cheap. Don't play yourself. It's not that cheap. So sometimes we make the mistake of checking domestic tuition, forgetting that we are international students, because the domestic you might end up thinking that's like the generic fees and checking that out. Nope. So this is the actual fee for international students. The differential fee is what really makes, that's the international supplemental, that's what really makes a huge chunk of the difference. It's 6,000. So aside this, most of the fees are pretty much the same for domestic students as well. But they can opt out for these health things if they have like the provincial or public health, whatever it is, they can opt out of that. But then aside that, some of them are compulsory, like technology fee and then the tuition application fee, the books. So you may decide to get all the books either brand new from the school's bookshop, or like used from online marketplace like Facebook Marketplace, or depending on the program, some of the books may be shared with you in the O'Reilly database, and you can access the soft copy in the duration within which you are studying as a student in Mbcc. So I need to make it clear, you will not be able to download the books. You should not like screenshot copies of that the book you've been given access to in O'Reilly. You just go into O'Reilly, read it, use it for your exercises, for your research and whatnot. And once you're not a student, you don't have access to it because it's through the school that you're getting the access. So don't try and like go and steal the books from there, I beg you. Right, so you can also print this out in case you need to show this to your sponsor, or you need a copy to help you have it on hand when you're planning out. So yeah, that's how it looks. And then you can print it out to your printer, or you can like save it, but it's gonna save as a web page, meaning that you can just print it out, but that's okay. Right, so now I've shown you how to find the requirements, available seats, the fees, and let's look if NBCC has any accommodation, and how you can contact them for any queries, specific or general queries you have. So let's just go back to the home page and go to admissions and finances, and under international applicants, everything is here, like everything. So housing and agents and information sessions, you should also check. Also, this is very crucial if you're not going to be paying all your fees at once. If you're going to be paying in installments, or by paying based on the season, maybe winter or fall, however you want to pay, you should look at the payment options, the payment due dates, very critical, and deferrals, housing agents, information sessions. So one thing I love about, and also important dates. So basically everything here and here. If you're looking to apply to this school, you should be checking everything here and everything here. These things are good, but these are more like your next steps. So if you're thinking what will be the process once I get accepted, then you can look into this. These are also like pathways and everything, but these are the critical things for you once you're looking to apply, right? So the payment options, you have a lot of payment options for application fee, international students, and they show you can use Visa, Master, debit card. These are banks in Canada. I don't know if they are in any other part of the world. So maybe if they are, then you can use them as well. If you have them not in Canada, but these are in Canada as far as I know. And everything you need on how to pay your fees, your application fee, your confirmation deposit, pay my tuition as well, and your tuition and fees, pay my tuition. So I used pay my tuition for my fees when I was not in Canada. So I paid the first half of my fees in Ghana. So I used pay my tuition. And then the second half, I just did a bank transfer because I was in Canada. And the confirmation deposit and the application fee, I had a Master and Visa card, so I just used whichever one. I think I used the Visa card, if I remember correctly. I think I used the Visa card, but you just have to check with the school just to be sure. Don't take my word for it because everyone is unique, and even if you have a Visa card, depending on where you are and depending on the rules where you are, you need to check with the school, check with your bank as well if it's possible. All right. Okay. So um this is also a whole lot of information for, I think this is for the deferrals or something like this, tuition and other student fees. So refunds, this is for the refunds, how you can calculate the refund and all of that. But if you're not so sure about this, you can also write to the school and ask them. So you don't have to just be confused and be worried. Just write to the school. Deferral process is also here. It's all here. And the housing, so just for y'all to know, MBCC does not provide direct housing or accommodation. They suggest these places for you to look for housing, but you always need to do your own due diligence. I came in a bit later, and I didn't want to stress with finishing the room, looking for a place, landlord, month to month, whatever, like flatmates, and I need space to work, I need space to think. As I was doing like online class, most times I was in my room, so I need more quiet environment, and I also need a more quiet environment to work. So I just decided to go with the UMB residence, and I'll show you how I found that. But I think it's also here. Yeah. So I just decided to go with this one, and I'm just gonna say this here. To be honest, if you are not a UMB student and you have prior travel experience, you've lived in different places, so you know how to, move about and all that, it's not for you. Do not go for this. Do not go for this option. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your time. That's just, I may explain more, but for now, it just didn't work out for me. But, anyways, Kijiji is one of the largest um, e-commerce websites in Canada that a lot of people use, and you can find some good places here, and also Facebook Marketplace. Those are the places that Kwame has tried and it worked out for him. So those are the places I can recommend. Always do your own due diligence. I have done a video on accommodation hunting. Do not pay for something you've not seen, all that stuff. Just go check it out. I don't want to go too much into it, but you can also check all these other places. Let's just check renters, prop to go, rent seekers. So it can, and for Moncton, St. John, St. Andrews, Woodstock. So this is very good. They put like all the available campuses and at least one way for you to find accommodation. This is like really good for them of them, and the tips start searching early, that's for sure. And also here you can find some more information. Keep a copy of all documents, very true. if the landlord does not provide a lease, you can get one. So always cover your back because you're an international student. No one knows you here. No one can vouch for you. If the landlord is trying to mess with you and trying to take your money, trying to like cheat you, who do you think you're gonna believe? You who just came in like 2 months ago, 3 months ago, or the person who's been here for like 3 years, 10 years, 20 years, was born here and everything? So just be nice and be firm. So be nice, but don't let them cheat you. You feel me? And this is the renters hotline. So let's say we're looking in Fredericton and we're looking for apartment, and you put any. So let's see how it will look. So this gives you some options. All right, you can see contact info. So this is just one example. There are so many others that we saw when I clicked on it. So you can also check, let's say St. John. Let's do Moncton. Why not? Let's do Moncton, and all of these come up. Let's just choose a random one. So yeah, this is one place you can check. This other place, it just needs to load up. So in the meantime, let's go here as well, student. And okay, so let's put Fredericton. No apartments for rent in Fredericton. Oh, that's a bummer, man. But then I see this has a couple other schools. This looks more like Toronto, Ontario. But yeah, so this is for you if you're moving more to Toronto, something like this. You can find something here for you. And here as well, let's put in Fredericton. Okay, so couple of places available. Oh, a lot of places available. I see. Alright, so you can also check this website. As always, do not pay for something you have not seen and you have not signed for. I know that some landlords take something like a deposit, especially if you're not here, just to hold the room for you. They call it like a hold. If you're gonna do that, then you should have someone as your witness. Try and get someone you know personally and you trust already in the city to be physically present to do that. Or whatever agreement you do with the landlord, have that in writing, have that legally bound, and have some conversations with them about that. Don't just let them call you on FaceTime, or you call them and say, "Oh, you know what? Just give me $400 and I can hold the room until you're here in October because you're still waiting for your visa." And you say, "I bet," and then you send the money and you never hear from them. Do not do that, okay? So this is also an example of a place, pretty decent place. 5 minutes. You see, profit for young, traveling, and professional or serious mature students close to the universities. So yeah, this is another place you can check. I think my internet is just not having it today, but this website is not loading. That's fine, but y'all see how you can look for accommodation options. Should I do Kijiji? All right, let's do Kijiji. Even though I've done Kijiji in my other video, just quickly go through it. So that's how Kijiji also looks. And let's say you're looking for, say, Fredericton. Oh, hi guys, I haven't had breakfast. So, for rent. So you see a couple places. And one trick about this place is that it's cheaper when it's two or more bedrooms. One bedroom can be like 1,100, and then two bedrooms can be like 1,300 or 1,400. That's crazy, but and usually when it's one bedroom. That means one person, maximum two small individuals. So if you're big like me, probably they're gonna look at me like, it's one bedroom, so one person. They're not gonna say outright, but just to be on the safe side, it's always better to, unless like usually if it's like um rental company, they don't really check all that stuff. They can allow for two people to be in a one bedroom. You just pay the difference in the utilities. Some landlords are also quite considerate, but from a little research and a little, you know, situations we've been in, we know that most landlords, if they say it's one bedroom, it's one bedroom. So just have that in mind. So, so many places you can check out Kijiji. Right. So let's look at agents. What do they say about agents? Please read this and read this. That's why I highlighted it. Read it twice, three times until you understand it fully. I didn't use an agent, so I can't advise you about agents, but they do have some information here. So read this and make your own decision based on this. Alright. So they have tours and info sessions, and as I was saying, one thing I love about Mbcc. Oh, my mic is coming off. One thing I love about Mbcc is that they do a lot of virtual info sessions. You can ask questions even while in school. They're doing info sessions about your taxes, doing info sessions about your postgraduate permit, work permit, about like so many info sessions that you can join at any time. You'd usually be getting them to your email. So it's always important to be checking your email and also just be checking the info sessions. You can do like virtual camp tours. I'm gonna do this in a separate video because I'm running out of time. I'll be talking too much, man. So, um, and a lot of Q&A. So previously recorded information sessions. Here you can find a lot of information. You can replay and all that good stuff. So these are very important for you to watch. I was not able to watch my program info session because I was working, but because it was recorded, I had the chance to watch it after, like a couple days later when it was available, and it really informed me about a lot of stuff. So you can also find this information here. Now, the last thing you're looking for, contact us, right? You can put in your information. If you want to speak to someone in person, you can also do that. So this international immigration advisor, Kathleen Cobb, this is the lady that can answer all your immigration questions. Do not be asking me. I am not licensed to do that. She is the one licensed to do that. And I'll tell you that Kathleen is a very busy and very nice woman. So I know usually people gonna say that, but how can you be nice if you're so busy you don't answer my emails? She's very busy, very busy. So if you want an answer to something, ask her at least 2 weeks earlier. She's gonna answer within maybe 3 days, 4 days, max a week. But give her 2 weeks. Don't be asking her for some. You need to travel tomorrow, and you're asking her the night before. She's not gonna be able to answer at that time because she has a lot. I think she's the one taking care of the whole Mbcc. So imagine all these different campuses, different international students with different needs. Whew. So please, I'm just telling you this because I don't want y'all to be in like trouble or be stuck about immigration issues. If you need to contact her earlier. And you can contact also these gentlemen here. I think I have now contacted them before. I just contacted Kathleen. She was really helpful, but she was on holiday, so she got back to me a bit later. But that's okay. And yeah, that's pretty much it about MBCC. I'm gonna go ahead and close all of these and we can move on to the next school on my list.